Hey guys, you ever just watch a list that's so bad you feel like making your own? See, recently, oh hi dog. Recently, actually, pretty much just a couple seconds ago, Chopper, who makes Call of Duty Zombies content, the worst I've ever seen, by the way. He made a video ranking every ray gun from Call of Duty from worst to best. Problem though, he was pretty much, it's the quality of the ray guns depended on the quality of the ray gun compared to the other guns in the game and not the actual quality of the ray gun. And because of that, this was a fucking piece of shit. So, with that in mind, I decided to make my own list. Now, because I don't have a capture card or anyway, and don't have any skills in editing videos, hi dog, I'm going to instead try to explain in as great of a detail as I can. Now, what will I be looking at? Efficiency for high rounding. That's the only thing I ever look at. So, let's get into it. And the worst out of all the ray guns is easily the World at War gun. There's no debating. And again, I have to reiterate, we're comparing each of the ray guns, not the ray guns in their individual games. And the World at War ray gun is a piece of shit. Allow me to explain. See, for some reason, in World at War, even with Juggernaut, the ray gun splash damage is a one-hit kill. At the feet. So, that's a problem. As a bonus, the only map that's actually useful for the ray gun in World at War is Shino Numa, because it's the only one that actually has some training space. Threes, Varrock, Nocturne Tone, they're all too tiny. Yeah, and not very good for ray gun training. Especially Nocturne Tone. So because of that, it's only slightly useful on one map. It's not even as useful as the PPSH. And it one-hit kills you. It's probably one of, if not the worst guns in World at War in general. It gets the last place spot. Now, next, I'm gonna bring up the Black Ops 3 ray gun. And, I just had to say something really quick. The Black Ops 3 ray gun is the second worst weapon in the game. Yeah, that's how bad it is. It is the second worst weapon in Black Ops 3. The only weapon worse than it is the XM53. And the reason why the Rio 3 ray gun just doesn't work is because it doesn't have a double pack-a-punch ability, meaning that it's as effective as every other ray gun. The problem is, though, speed. See, whenever you're trying to get to high round, you also want to get it done in a timely manner. And if you're in a pinch, you want to be able to fire fast. However, the Black Ops 3 ray gun is extremely slow. Like, extremely slow. Way slower than the BO2 and the BO1 ray guns. And its reload animation is even slower. Instead of the common reload animation from Black Ops 1, World at War, and Black Ops 2, where they throw out both of the cartridges and put two new ones in at once. Instead, then it shakes both out, then there's both one after another. It's so much slower. If it wasn't for that speed difference, if it wasn't for the fact that it's the splash damage only takes 4 hits, it would probably be put lower than the World at War ray gun. But as it stands, the second worst weapon in Black Ops 3. Moving on. Next, coming in a tie, is the BO2 and BO1 ray guns. Now, the reason why these two weapons are coming in the same place is they're literally the same guns, updated from the World at War version, and do not have terrible, horrible, no good, very bad splash damage. It should instead take 4 hits to down you if you're shooting at your feet. The BO1 and BO2 ray guns are way better. Now, the only difference between these two guns is the sights. The BO1 is under the little rotator thing, while the BO2 is over. Now, that's not enough to change the gun, because most people hip fire with the ray gun. Now, a lot of people would probably say, oh, the Black Ops 1 gun is better because PhD flopper. That's actually not the case. I'm not taking perks into consideration either, because that's not really fair. Also, BO2 has PhD flopper in 2 of its maps. Origins, where you can get it from Der Wonderfees, and Buried, where you can get it as a perma-perk. Yes, that still counts. Because of that, these two weapons are exactly the same. They get a tie. And coming in at number 1, and then next up is coming in at number 2 is the BO4 ray gun. Now, this one was a bit hard to rank. A lot of people will probably tell you that it's the worst wonder weapon in Cold War. Not Cold War, Black Ops 4. And it is. It is most certainly the worst weapon in wonder weapon in Black Ops 4. But just because it's the worst wonder weapon in Black Ops 4 doesn't mean it's a bad weapon. For one, it's infinite damage, as long as you get that, of course. It'll make runners, but as long as you have the tonic version of Deadshot Daiquiri, that's no longer an issue. It's not very good when shooting at the feet, as it starts making crawlers at around round 5. That's kind of stinky. But other than that, it's infinite damage. So, I mean, you gotta put it over every non-infinite damage. That's always my rule. If a weapon is infinite damage, no matter how bad it is better than all non-infinite damages. Well, except for number 1, the Call of Duty Cold War ray gun. This is easily the best, because it can actually be double pack-a-punch. So, would you look at that? When triple pack-a-punch, the ray gun does the second most out of any weapon in Cold War. The only weapon that does more is the M16. But it's still better than the M16, I'll give it that. Because of the round cap, while the ray gun isn't infinite damage, it doesn't have the benefit of it's eventually going to get less kills, as with the Black Ops 4 ray gun compared to all under it. Because of that, the Cold War ray gun is easily the best ray gun we've ever seen, despite the fact that it has slightly less ammo, has the slowness of the BO3 ray gun. It does barely any splash damage, even if you do shoot at the feet. And most importantly, it does by far the most damage. That was my list. Feel free to tell me how I'm an idiot in the comments. I would have done the exact same.